What's up, guys? Rocking my Pro Fitness sweater. Anyway, so a couple people in the gym already brought up, like kind of getting towards like nighttime, going to bed. Let me turn this down. Towards going to bed, they're getting like really hungry, like starving. This is what they said, like, you know, starving. Apparently, they're so hungry. Before they go to bed, they don't know what to do, and they try to eat some various things. I heard like crackers and cheese, different things of that sort. And you know, they're not my clients or anything like that, so I don't know anything about their specifics. And one thing that comes into play is like what else you're eating for the day. But off the top of my head, you know, that just sounds like very aggressive appetite from a higher metabolism because of a high consumption of sugar. What happens is the more sugar or processed sugar, refined sugar, whatever you want to do, simple carbohydrates, soft drinks, anything that's in a box or a bag, really, that causes that. I'm trying to drive and about to turn. Apparently I can't do two things at once. Probably not a good idea to do this, but like literally this is like the only time I have right now to bust this thing out. So they're getting really hungry, they're trying different things, crackers and nonsense like that, but that's all processed shit, right? That breaks down really, really fast. So not only do you get hungry extremely quick because you're not consuming, well, you're really not consuming anything nutrients dense at all. So with that increased sugar, you're gonna get the spike in bad bacteria. Now the bad bacteria, they feed off of the sugar and stuff like that, and they get really active at night. So when you have a diet that's consuming a lot of simple carbs and sugars and stuff like that, and you find yourself getting really hungry at night, that's because the bacteria that's in your gut is going crazy looking for more sugar. Now that's an issue that we don't want. So something to combat that, I would say that you need to increase your greens. Like, absolutely. Most people should anyway. There's no way that people are reaching the amount of greens and vegetables that you should. I mean, everybody's on this fruit thing too. I mean, I'm not really that concerned about fruits, man. Like, trying to consume, yes, you should, but that's also glucose also. That's just natural sugar. You know what I mean? And then with these smoothies and things like that, that's great. I also find people trying to blend their smoothies, or blend their greens and fruits and shit, and like save that throughout the day. It starts to get oxidized within like 2 to 3 minutes. So you should probably blend your shit and drink it immediately, because every minute after the initial blend, you start to break down in nutrients, and then you're kind of just left with like colorful, nice tasting sugar water, and that's not going to be good for you either. But back to the question at hand, which was that I'm really hungry at night. What should I do? Increase greens. That's matter of fact. They break down slower. Complex carbohydrates like sweet potatoes, any kind of greens and stuff, that takes longer to break down. So you're gonna stay hungry. Stay full a little bit longer. That's definitely my suggestion on that one. And also you can try casein protein. That's takes a little bit longer to break down. You can have like a shake before you go to bed, and then it'll be in your alright, Texas and stuff like that. This phone never stops. Anyway, it takes longer to break down, so it's a good idea to try that along with the greens and whatnot. Crackers is a terrible idea no matter what. Anything processed by man is shit, and I do not recommend that at all. That's not a good idea. That's not somewhere you want to be. Breads and things like that break down to sugar anyway. I just posted a article about sugar on my website, focusedandfearlesstraining.com. Go check that thing out. I tried posting it to my Facebook page, which is Focused and Fearless Training, but it didn't upload for some reason, and I'm really not tech savvy, so I gotta figure that out. But I know that was my recommendation for an like off the top of my head quick discussion. I mean, like, the talk was literally 2 minutes. I knew nothing else about this lady's diet or anything like that, and that's just something that, you know, was on my mind. I wanted to talk about. So try increasing the greens, drop the processed bullshit, the casein protein, that'll help definitely, and you should be good to fall asleep and stuff like that. You might wake up hungry. I know that for me, when I eat before I go to bed, I wake up starving, and sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing, but it's all about timing. That's really what it is. But that was my tip, my recommendation for that particular scenario. If you thought it was helpful, like it, go check out the rest of the stuff, and have a good night, have a good weekend.